Welcome into another edition of the Stripe Show podcast. It is a Froggy Wednesday, and we are going live to the golf course. We are coming off Mexico Championship. John Rahm, our winner. John Rahm, you know what? Staking his claim to return back to number one in the world. Not there yet, but getting closer with his win at the Mexico Championship. And this week, the Wells Fargo, normally held in right outside of Charlotte, but this year moved because of the President's Cup. So it has been moved to the Maryland area, Potomac. We head live to the golf course. We're going to talk to Eugenio Chacarra. Eugene, you are playing in your fourth PGA Tour event, obviously a stud at Oklahoma State. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's been great. It's been just my second year at Oklahoma State Stillwater, and can't complain. I mean, everything's been great. My teammates, my team, coaches, school, and everything. So I'm really happy, and I'm excited to stay another year. Like I promised coach when they trusted me when I was in the transfer portal, and I know it's a hard decision being in the top 5, secure on the conference tour for the PGA Tour University, and all these things make it my decision harder. But I mean, just like I feel like your word's more important than what you said, and I feel 1 year in college is not going to hurt me. I'm going to keep getting better, and I'm lucky enough that I'm getting some opportunities, like you say, on the PGA Tour, and I'm excited for this week. I mean, my game is as good as it's been, so I'm happy to be here and see what can I do with the big names.
You know, it's amazing. You covered a lot there, and we'll get into Oklahoma State. So you are at Wake. You decided to transfer. What was your reason for transferring from Wake, number one, and number two, why pick Oklahoma State?
Well, the reason on Wake Forest was a couple of things. One of the things was the business school. I didn't get into the business school. Coming from another country and English being your second language is not easy in a higher school like Wake Forest. So my GPA wasn't high enough. I was like 2.8 or 3.1, something in that range. So it wasn't high enough to get into the business school. And I didn't want to do like a communication or religion major. I wanted to do something with business, related with business. So that was one of the main things. And another main thing, I just wanted to go to a school that it's more golf and like just more like a golf school. And when I went in the transfer list, I have some options. And when Coach Barron, Oklahoma State, texted me, I mean, it was something like I didn't think two times. I mean, I wanted always to play for Oklahoma State. I wasn't good enough when I was 18. And then when I got improving my game and just working hard, I got my level, and Coach Barron gave me the chance to play for the Pokes, and it was kind of like a pretty easy deal for me to get.
Yeah.
Me, so I'm excited, and I'm really happy that I choose Oklahoma State. It's been great for me, and my game has been improving a lot.
Yeah, that's how, listen, the names of Oklahoma State, we talked to some guys from Georgia a few weeks ago. Georgia's had a pretty amazing run as well of names coming out of that school, but you're talking Ricky Fowler, Taylor Gooch, Wyndham Clark, Victor Hovland, Charles Howell III, Morgan Hoffman, who we had a few weeks ago, Hunter Mahan, Alex Noren, Matt Wolf. I mean, the names that have come through Oklahoma State onto the PGA Tour, I mean, that is a very impressive list. And so now you have shown your ability to perform at the highest level. You do have a win. I believe you shot 10 under in a round in Hawaii. Is that correct?
Yeah, I actually have 2 wins this semester, and I was 19 under and 20 under. So, I mean, I've been playing great. I finished, I think, in the top 5, 4 out of 5 times, and I mean, it's been a great year for me so far. My putting technique, I changed it in the off season back in December with my team, and that's been a huge improvement in my game, and it's been helping me to perform at the highest level.
You mentioned also that you chose to stay at Oklahoma State another year. And I know in the PGA Tour University, you were top 5, and the people in the top 5 do get a chance to move on. You get status on the Korn Ferry Tour, and some other things come along with that. But you chose to stay another year. And I know there are many reasons, but one of them you said was you're going to stand on your word. And I respect that. Instead of taking the chance to move on and make all the money, you obviously made a commitment there to Oak State that you were going to do more than just one and done 1 year and leave. And so talk a little bit about that, on why it was so important for you to stand on your word and come back for one more season and finish what you started.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big guy of like just own your word. And when Coach Brad and Coach Dyer gave me the chance to play for Oklahoma State, when you're in the transfer list, you didn't know what's going to happen. I mean, they might not anyone get you. You might Wake Forest obviously don't want you back because you're into the transfer portal. So I mean, they give me the chance for my future. So I wanted to be to be. I told them when I signed that I was going to play until 2023, and they planned for that, my scholarship and everything for that. So even though like I was just saying with my team, like okay, I had lucky that I played amazing and I'm going to be a first team All American both years, and I got the chance to leave and go on the conference tour for a year and a half, having studies for sure, and all of those things. But you never need to forget what like you're over there because they give you the chance. So like that was the most important thing for me. Just not like just getting away on the golf and how good you're doing. Just seeing who you are as a person. And I feel like Oklahoma State's been great for me, and I've been learning and getting better. And I just think one more year it's also gonna help me finish my double major, and it's also gonna not like what I was talking about with Coach Brown and the team. Like if I not play good in another year and I don't have the chance to be on tours, I mean like the other year I was gonna be not very good in conference tours. So I feel like golf is like you have a lot of time. PE tour, conference tour, they're going nowhere, and college golf you can only play for 4 years. So for me, it's more important to just finish my double majors, say do what I said I was gonna do to coach, and then just kind of like mentally and everything, I'll be more prepared for the tour in the next coming years.
Wow, I've got a lot of respect for that, man. Congrats on doing that, Eugene. That's big because nowadays there's not a lot of people that stand on that. Money is everything, and the opportunity to go and make money. You bring up a good point that some people would say, well, what if you don't make it next year? Well, then that means you wouldn't have played well in the Corn Ferry Tour either. So if your game's not good, you wouldn't have done well there. So you're better off, and you can hone your craft a little better and get better. Do you feel like you are getting better at Oklahoma State than maybe you were previously?
For sure. I mean, in all the aspects, as a person, as a player, and how I go in the course. I mean, everything. Like I'll tell you every app. You see me 2 years ago from today. I mean, I'm a completely different person. Like I got much better in every aspect of me, and I feel Oklahoma State, it's the best golf program and school to make it on tour. I mean, it's not like I'm just saying. I mean, we like all you said, all the names and all the people that we have between the Conference Tour and the PA Tour and all the national championships we win and all the people that we get every year and make players on the tours. So I mean, it's not like just it's luck or something. I mean, what coaches do for the program and all that we have at Oklahoma State is something unique. And I mean, and I'm getting better, and I know another year is gonna make me even better. And I'm gonna have the chance to play a couple tour events, and if I'm that good, I might win this week. I mean, you just never know. So I'm just trying to keep going day by day and trying to get better every day and try to get to just improve as a person and as a player.
I mean, the list of names that have done it is long. I mean, Colin Morikawa, Hovland, there are a ton of guys that have been able to, while they're in college, win an event and then be able to get their status directly to the PGA Tour. So it could pay off for you in the long run in staying a year, getting better, and allow you to do that. How much of a relationship do you have with some former Oklahoma State players who are out on the PGA Tour? I feel like it's kind of almost like a brotherhood.
Yeah, I mean, we're all super close. Like we all like support the folks. I played yesterday with Morgan, Peter Uline, and Ricky Fowler. I mean, and they were amazing. Like we're just like buddies. We'll talk. We'll just make jokes, play some games, and just like it's just fun. I mean, we're all the same. We know like they know they were in my position 10 years ago or whatever. So they know how they need to be and what they need to tell me. And it's been great. I mean, Matthew Wolf, Victor Hovland, all these guys. I mean, they're great. I mean, talk to Wolf a lot, and I mean, it's just like but we're lucky enough that Victor lives in Stillwater, Wolf lives in Edmond, Austin Eckert, all these guys are there on tour or getting on tour pretty soon. I mean, they all live around and we practice with them and we just learn every day. So like what we have in Oklahoma State and like everyone there is pretty unique.
That's awesome. Do you feel like how's Morgan Hoffman hitting the ball? I know he had taken some time off for years for some medical stuff. We had him on like I'd mentioned earlier a few weeks ago, doing really well, missed the cut by just one shot in his one event. I know he's playing again this week. How's Morgan hitting the ball? How's he doing?
Yeah, I mean, Morgan is an incredible guy and obviously a great golfer. I mean, he's coming back. I mean, he lost some speed, some yardage, and it's kind of hard. But I mean, he's looking good. I mean, he won the money game yesterday. He's a great player. He knows what he's doing in the golf course. He knows how to hit the ball, and I mean, I'm excited for him. I want him to do the best. And if you ask me who you want me to win, if I don't win, I will say Morgan. I mean, what that guy's been through and what is he doing is something that everyone needs to look out to. I mean, and it's just amazing how he is as a person and what is he dealing with.
Yeah, his story really is inspiring on all he's been through. Now, I know your sister's also a fairly good golfer as well, too. You guys are both really, really good at golf. You kind of challenge each other.
Yeah, I mean, My sister, it's been she's great. I mean, we do everything together. We practice together when we're in the off season. When we're back home, we have the same mental coach, same psychologist, same golf coach, and everything. So we do everything together. We're really close, and as I said, I mean, she's developing. She's getting better as a player, as a person, and I'm excited for her. I mean, she has all the qualities you need for success in women's golf. She hits the ball far. She has power, and she loves the game of golf. So I mean, it's been nice to see her grow and see her doing this good. So I'm happy for her, and I hopefully she can still do like that for the next years.
Yeah, I read somewhere that one after the event in Hawaii, I think you shot 10 under. The next day, she shot 10 under.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, I finished in Hawaii, won with -19, and she's starting the next event in Florida that next day. And I called her. I said like, "Well, I just got my first win, and all the work we have done, it's paying off. So just go out there and try to do it." And fair enough, she won with -19, shooting 10 under in the last round. So it was something unique and something like I feel like every time someone do something, the other one want to push each other. So it's been great, and I love having her there.
Wow, that's cool. So as far as playing on the PGA Tour, and you've played in 3 PGA Tour events, tomorrow will be your fourth. What or how different is the PGA Tour from what you envisioned it to be? Because obviously, growing up playing golf at the level that you're playing on the PGA Tour was a goal of yours, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Is it everything you thought it would be, and what was different?
Yeah, I mean, it's just all these guys out here are really, really good. So, I mean, you're just kind of like trying to get used to it. Like the conditions are really different, like how the course changed from Friday to the weekend, and how the pins are dog on all that experience they guys have. Like this week is kind of like different. They don't play this course at all, so I'm kind of like more the same advantage as them. But normally when I play the other events, they play that course every year, so they know where the flag's gonna be. They know what to expect. They know how the course gonna do. So that makes a huge difference. And also playing as an amateur, like you're not gonna have a lot of chances. So kind of like the pressure and everything. Like for my first events, I put myself a lot of pressure and a lot of expectations, and that's what I'm getting better at. Like I'm just gonna like this week, I'm just gonna try to do what my best and what my best is rules for just not try to have any expectations and not pressure yourself. I mean, these guys, they obviously play with no pressure because they know if they don't play good this week, they're gonna have another 12 or 20 chances. So it's a little different. But like for me, like what I learned with coaches and all my team is just kind of like get out there. It's like same thing. You just need to get the fairway, hit the green, and try to make the putt. It doesn't matter if you're playing with Brandon Wu or you're playing with Pearson Cootie. I mean, it's just like another player, and they're gonna try to win, and everyone tries to win. So just kind of do your best, be relaxed, and do what you know what to do.
Now you've seen a lot of the golf course. How do you feel about the course? Is it playing to your strengths, and what are going to be the key moments for you on this golf course?
Yeah, this course is great. I mean, it's long. The ball's not going very far. The rough is thick. The greens are a little firm. I mean, it's great for me. I mean, being in the fairway gets you a lot of advantage. And as you know, I'm a really good ball striking, and driver is my best part of the game. So it's a great course. I mean, it's like I don't know this course. I mean, I saw what they won within the past 700, 800. It's not a course that you go very low. It's kind of long and hard. So it's been a good. It's good. I love the course. I've been playing good and hitting it really good Monday and Tuesday. So it's been nice, and I just gonna try to go out there and have as much fun as I can and see what happens. It's never easy to beat these guys here on tour. They're really good.
Eugene, what is a successful week for you this week? Is it making the cut? Is there a certain number you'd like to get to?
Well, I just try to get out my best out there, and obviously, like always say, like when I'm in a tournament, I always try to win. So, I mean, I'm not thinking about making the cut or anything. I'm just trying to think I'm playing my best, and I think if I play my best, I'm gonna have a chance to win on Sunday. So I'm always want to win a tournament, and I'm excited to the opportunity, and I'm gonna try my best to win the tournament. I know it's really hard. I know all the best players in the world are here, but I know like what I'm able to, and I know what I'm capable to. So I'm just gonna try to do my best and score the less shots possible, and then I will see where I'm at in the leaderboard.
Have you been starstruck at all? Have you run up upon somebody, or have you played with anybody yet, either a practice round or at any point at the golf course where you're like, oh my goodness, I'm standing on the same tee box as X player or this player?
Yeah, I mean, just standing out Ricky Fowler, Morgan Hoffman, just having breakfast with Rory, partying with Sergio. Like, just, I mean, it's something that you always want. Like, you see all the hard work paying off, and you see these guys on TV every week. But I mean, what I'm saying, like, I'm working a lot in my mental game, and I'm pretty good and getting way better at that. And I'm trying just to like do my thing and just kind of like take it like another tournament, not just Wells Fargo PA Tour, just another tournament for me to play golf and get better and see what I need to get better at.
Let me ask you a question. Well, what's the biggest difference in the PGA Tour course setup and say some of the top college course setups that you go to? What's the biggest difference?
I think there's a big difference where they put the flags on how the course is, like the quality of the courses and how the rough is. I mean, normally in college we don't have a lot of rough, and the greens are normally not very firm. Here in the PGA Tour, if you hit in the rough, you're penalizing yourself. Like if you have a big rough and you have a firm green or with a short pin, that you can just not need to try to make a par. While in college, when you kind of like spray it a little, you can still have a chance to make a birdie. Here, you're just like trying to think where I need to hit it to try to give myself an easy up and down. So like obviously how the courses are and how they prepare the courses is way different, but that's a step of learning and getting experience out here. So I'm excited for keep learning and keep getting better. Like I say, my game feels great, and I think I'm gonna have a good week. So I'm just gonna try to do what I know what to do and see how it goes.
There's been so much talk about the live investment in the Saudi Golf League, and I know that they extended invitations to a bunch of people. We haven't heard yet who have taken, who haven't. And I did read they extended them to 6 amateurs, and you were one of the people who received an invitation to play. I don't know if it was one event, if it was all the events. I'm not exactly sure. Is that anything you're interested in taking part in, or are you more focused on the PGA Tour and Oklahoma State?
Yeah, I mean, I got asked about it and everything, and I don't really like. I'm saying I'm not a big fan of media or everything, so I don't really. I got someone that helps me out there, my manager and everything, so he knows all the stuff. I'm just trying to practice and get better every day. It's obviously an option. They're just I'm just trying to get information and see where we at. But my goal is to be a PGA Tour player and one on the PGA Tour. So I'm just trying to keep it. I don't know. I'm just not trying to talk about it a lot and just kind of like see where it goes and just trying to get experience. I mean, everything that as an amateur get me experience, I'll be down for it, and all that's make playing golf and playing with good players. It's gonna be good. So I'm just trying to stay day by day and see where that goes. I know they're doing a good job, but I also love the PGA Tour, so it's kind of a hard decision for sure.
As far as when you do finish up your studies at Oklahoma State, you play your last year there. Is being on the PGA Tour what you want to do, or is the DP World Tour playing overseas? I know you're from
I
Spain.
want I want to be on the PGA Tour.
You do.
Yeah, I want to stay in the States, be great here, and my goal is to be number one player in the world. So I want to work hard until I get it. So I'm just kind of like staying day by day, but my goal is to be one of the best players on the PGA Tour. So
That's awesome. I love that you also work with Sergio. So I know that's somebody who could probably obviously has a beautiful golf swing, has won the Masters, has had a lot of success on the PGA Tour. But how much versus swing versus just picking Sergio's brain about golf courses and about mental aspect? How much do you use Sergio in those two aspects?
yeah, I mean, he's great to me. He's like another friend, you know. So he helps me in my swing, and when I'm not hitting as good as I want to, when I need to ask some questions, I always text him, and we keep in touch, and we talk a lot. And he's been great. I mean, having someone like of his experience by my side, and kind of like getting information and helping me. Like this week, he's playing here and giving me some thoughts about the course, how to play that hole, or what to expect, or what's going to happen. He's always great. I mean, he's one of the best players in the world. For not the best, what for me, I don't think nobody can hit the ball like he does. So, I mean, it's been great and helping him, and I'm always really thankful for his relationship, all he does for me. So, hope it stays like that, and I hope he does great in all the tournaments, and I hope he's very successful.
Now, do you guys work together a lot on your golf swing? Is it a kind of like day-to-day thing, or you guys meet up every now and then? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, we just text a lot. I mean, we probably text every week, and I send him videos, or we just talk about golf, or we talk about Real Madrid. We're gonna watch the game today. I mean, we both like the same things, and we just grew up in Spain, and we support best soccer team in the world, Real Madrid. So we just have a lot of things in common, and I just have like a friend's relationship, and he helps me as much as he can.
That's awesome. It's really crazy how much uh, phones have changed golf instruction, because now you can record your swing and in slow motion and send it to somebody, and they can show you this, and so that we see so much more than we ever saw before in golf. That our phones have really changed how we're able and what we're able to learn about golf.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, technology, the world is like everything, like technology in golf, technology in the world. It's changing a lot. So I mean, I'm more like an adult guy. Try to take an adult, not think about a lot about technique, more about just feelings and what it worked in the past. So I'm not a big technology guy. I try to get away of social media and not be in my phone a lot. So I just think that's like kind of like hurting the world a lot. And just kind of like, I mean, it's very sad when you go in the players lounge and you just look and there's 20 of the players and 16 of them are with their phone. Like it's just instead of talking and just kind of like having a relationship, just like phones is kind of changing the world. So I mean, I feel like we just need to do a better job in just talking and not being that much in our phone, for sure.
Yeah, I saw something the other day. Somebody said that there were some celebrities, they were deleting Instagram and Twitter off their phones, and they weren't deleting their accounts, but they're just like, instead of having their head in their phone all day, they wanted to be able to go to live and do things. I know that the other day I went to a concert. I went and saw Kenny Chesney. And instead of posting from the show, I waited till the show was over the next day and posted about what a great night I had. And I realized that I enjoyed a lot more of the show not trying to have my phone up recording the concert and trying to post constantly versus taking it all in and posting later.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's something like I say, like the world is changing, and we just need to do a better job as humans to just like talk more to people instead of being in your phone. Like you can do everything in your phone right now, so it's just very easy to get used to it and just get your phone and just kind of like TikTok, Instagram, and all these things. It's kind of like skill sometimes instead of just do other things, read a book or talk or just. It's just different
Yeah.
how. Yeah.
Yeah, just see the world around us. Just actually look around you. There's so much to see, so much to do. We just spend so much time with our head down in our phones.
Yep.
What I know you tee off tomorrow afternoon, Brandon Wu and David Lipsky. Have you played with either of them before?
Yeah, I played my freshman year in college with Brandon Wu quite a bit actually. So I mean, it's been nice being how he's growing as a player and how good is he doing. He finished second last week, and David Liski, it's kind of like a European team member forever, and now he's on the PGA Tour and playing good. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna learn from them, and I'm gonna promise you, I'm gonna have a blast out there. Even though if I play good or I play bad, I'm gonna try to enjoy every moment.
Yeah, you know what? And that's the key with golf is you do realize it's crazy how some days you go out and you think you're going to hit it wonderfully and you don't. And then there's days you go out, you have a bad warm up session and you play great. It's
Yep.
just it all kind of evens itself out over time.
Of course, yeah, you just need to do as better as you can, and sometimes you're gonna feel great, sometimes you're not. And those days that you don't feel great, try to find a way to score the ball. So, I'm pretty good at that. I'm a fighter. I love golf, and I'm gonna try to do my best.
How long have you been playing golf?
I've been playing golf, I don't know, from since I was probably 4 years old, but
Wow.
seriously, when I was like 12, probably. But I mean, I love the game of golf, and I just love being around everyone, and I just love being here in the chipping green and watching people practice and just learning. I'm just trying to get better to get here in a couple of years, and just kind of like I'm gonna enjoy my time, and I'm gonna have a blast. And like I say, every time I play a tournament, I want to win. So I know they're really good, but I know that I'm also pretty good when I'm on. So I'm gonna try to
Right.
have my A game and see what happens.
I know you said earlier the strength of your game is your ball striking. You're very good with the driver. What's the current state of your game as you head into this tournament? Are you happy with where you are? Or is there something you wish that was going a little better right now?
I mean, Monday, Tuesday was great. I'm hitting my driver as good as I've been hitting it. So I'm kind of back with it. I crack a couple hurt heads kind of like the last couple months, and I've been kind of trying to find a driver because the G410 ping didn't make it a lot anymore. And I actually got a G410 Monday morning here in Wells Fargo again, and it's kind of like it changed my life. I mean, it's all my confidence and everything. And I mean, I missed one fairway in 36 holes. So, I mean, it's been great. And it was great. And like I say, I think I'm ready, and I'm going to try to do my best.
That's awesome. Before we let you go, we do a quick thing called the E9. I'll ask you 9 quick questions. And you just tell me the very first thing that comes to mind. Number 1, who do you feel is the best ball striker on the PGA Tour?
Sergio.
Sergio, wow. Number 2, send a phone call. Excuse me, send a text or make a phone call.
Text.
Text, yeah, exactly. Would you rather go to the store or just buy it on Amazon and have it show up at the house?
Amazon, get it out.
Amazon, exactly. Player you'd most be nervous with to be paired on the PGA Tour?
Tiger Woods.
Really? Have you ever met Tiger?
I met him, yeah, my visit to Stanford, he was actually there, and I met him once. But I mean, just what he's done for the golf world, and like, I mean, it was crazy. Like when he said he was playing the Masters, I feel like every guy that loves golf was watching that Tiger Woods round. So I mean, something that it's unique, and I think he's the best player in the world.
Yeah, I agree. What is the best shot you've ever hit, all circumstances considered?
That's a tough one. I would say my 200 in the par fives and the last one in Hawaii that I needed a birdie for the win individually and the team, and I hit it to 12 feet and made eagle.
Wow. What's the most famous phone number in your cell phone?
I don't know. I would say Sergio.
Sergio. Hey, that's good. That's a good one. Eugene, if you weren't a pro golfer, what would you be doing for a living?
It's probably working in a business. I'm trying to create my own business. I'm a finance major, so I just kind of like everything about around business.
Who's your favorite follow on social media?
Favorite follower?
Yeah, no. Who's your favorite follow? Who do you like to follow the most? I know you said you try to not to do too much in social. But who's your favorite follow?
Probably Real Madrid. I'm a big Real Madrid fan, so I can all like all the updates from there because I cannot watch it because of the time difference. But I promise you, I'm watching today's game.
Nice. And last but not least, what is your go-to food when you're on the road?
Chipotle, big Chipotle guy.
What's your Chipotle order? Let's hear it.
I go for a bowl with double chicken, some veggies, and some wok.
Nice, man.
Yep.
I appreciate your time, man. We really, you know what, we're really pulling for you, man. Hope you do well this week, and good luck at Oak State in this year. And where do you know when you'll play your next PGA Tour event after this one, where we can see you play again?
Nah, not really, but I mean, I'm sure I'm gonna have a couple more chances, so I'll keep you guys updated.
Nice, good deal, man. Eugene, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of the Stripe Show podcast. We will talk to you next week after the Wells Fargo Championship. Hopefully, we've got a new champion in Eugene.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, man.